on live now, Harry Pegg. I think you're related to me, aren't you?
Yeah, only just though.
Just.
Oh, I don't tell anyone that.
And the end, yeah, cousin Harry Pegg. Also, you've just you've made a new Instagram thing as well, haven't you?
Yeah, HJ_Pegg_design. It's my design page for uni, trying to get my portfolio going.
Oh yeah, uni. What's your uni? Product management.
Product design and management.
Nice.
So basically, it's like designing products that make people's lives easier, really.
And
anything.
Isolation give you the time to do that, or was you already working on that?
Yeah, I was kind of working on that already, like at uni, but obviously I have more time now because I can't go to the pub or anything.
Yeah.
But the problem is now that like I don't have the resources here really to kind of like I don't have like a 3D printer or like all the software that I wanted to use.
You would have that at
uni. Uni has. Yeah, exactly.
Man, you need to get yourself one then.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about making one.
Oh yeah,
because like you can download the code online, and then the hardest part about making a 3D printer now is actually making a 3D printer, like bolting it together and stuff. But I haven't got time yet.
Looks like your room is fit perfectly for a 3D printer.
Oh, I don't know about that. Man, this room.
It's fit more for one of them. Remember one of them whiteboard things you used to get where the pen used to attach to the board and you used to write it and then slide the thing across, and you're about 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it was like magnetic.
Yeah, that's your room, pretty much.
Man,
5-year-old's room.
Do you know what? I haven't redecorated this room since I was about 11.
I'm surprised. I bet you've still got a bunk bed, haven't you?
Oh no, I've just got a single bed still though.
Oh no, it's not.
Dead small.
Sweet. I bet. So obviously you've come back from uni, ain't you? Like during this lockdown. So would you rather be staying there or rather be staying here?
To be honest, I'd rather be staying there.
Yeah,
a bit more freedom.
Yeah,
just a bit more to do. Like I've got all my mates there and stuff, but
well, it wouldn't
someone
matter.
throws you a curveball, you got to play it and you got to hit
it. Man. What have you been doing then during, like, obviously you've created your new page in this crazy time, but what else have you been doing? You been going on runs?
Yeah, I've been trying to do some runs. Did that 5K challenge, nearly died.
Did you? Oh yeah, nice. At least you give it a go though.
Yeah, well, it's the longest run I've had since I broke my leg last year.
Oh yeah, of course. How was the leg?
It's all right. Still hurts every now and then, but it takes ages to get going again.
What about the upper body?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, you're not running up and down the step doing press ups.
I need to get back on that really. Yeah, I've been doing some doing some resistance training and stuff. Just with some elastic bands and stuff like that.
Little ones.
Yeah, just little finger ones. Finger exercises.
I've actually wore this especially for this sort of conversation. There was I watched this program before, and it was called Duck Quacks Don't Echo, and there was it was about facts, and they try and prove something. One of them was people that wear scientist coats believe that they are more have more knowledge than the average person that doesn't wear a scientist coat. And there's also another one that people that wear superhero clothes act stronger when they're in that clothes than in a normal t-shirt.
So these scientists, even if they're not scientists, if someone gives them a coat,
they believe they're more clever.
That's stupid.
And they done like tests. Obviously, it wasn't a whole world global test. It was just a test. And then they done it on people with superhero t-shirts on, and people that wore the superhero t-shirt could lift more than the person than when they didn't have the superhero. That is. So I've wore this to. I'm not doing any workout. I'm just going to keep wearing this, and just people will just think I'm strong. So
that's so weird.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know how it works with other things. I'm not going to start wearing a tutu and people believe that I can dance.
Oh well, you could give it a go. See what happens. I mean, we got loads of time in lockdown anyway.
Wow.
Could have learned to dance.
This is what. So like yesterday, I was sat outside, and And I was just watching things go by, and then I started writing some quotes down. I have put a picture somewhere of them, and it's really, like, they're quite funny, they're quite good. But my mum said to me yesterday, she was like, every morning you should write a new quote and say it on your Instagram. I was like, yeah. But this is one of my quotes that I made. You might not be a reindeer, but you sure can make it reindeer.
That's terrible.
Is it?
Is that like, what is that? Like a pun, or
I was
is
actually
that like an inspirational quote?
Yeah, a bit of both, really. My best one, though, the best one I did create is this one, I think, anyway. We are all creatures of this world. Some grow tall, some grow short, but your life is one mission you should never abort.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah. And that's pretty much since... Go on.
Did you have to do these quotes for your uni?
No. I was bored.
No. You were bored?
Yeah, that's what it's come down to.
Yeah.
Just writing silly things. So since my last podcast, that is what I've done. So if you was to ask me now, what have you done since podcast number 1? I would say wrote some quotes. That's it. It's been about 2 weeks now. That's all. I went to work once.
How was that?
It was okay. It's not the same.
Is it not? How many kids are there now?
10? Maybe
10?
12.
In the whole school?
12, yeah, between both schools.
Really?
Yeah. 4 teachers, 12 of them. And
what are they doing then?
Just like it's like a holiday camp. It's just you just try and keep busy make it as fun as possible until it's time to go home, really. But without making it the same. And it's hard.
Is it still 9 till 3, is it? Or is it like 9 till 6?
8 till 3 it is.
8 till 3.
Yeah, the good thing is that it's sunny. Like,
yeah.
So just go on the field. And that's been the thing for, I think, everyone, whether you're at work or not. It's nice outside.
Yeah.
Everyone goes for a run.
Yeah, I tried to work outside a couple of days ago. It was quite nice. But you're kind of limited to what you can do outside, especially on a laptop. Oh,
God, yeah, I know. But, yeah, we wouldn't like it if it was raining. I suppose more people might stay indoors if it was raining, though.
Yeah. Talking about isolation, these, do you know these NHS clappers?
Yeah.
Like, you clap for the NHS at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
When we were outside yesterday, me and the family, and we were sitting on the deck and it turned 8 o'clock and everyone started clapping. And all of a sudden, you hear like from the air horn.
Oh yeah,
it's like 3 or 4 air horns going. You got a couple of people next door banging on like drums and stuff. All trying to be the loudest they possibly can
against each other.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, I win this week because I'm
louder.
My kid got his vuvuzela out or whatever.
Oh God, no! It's becoming a contest.
It is.
It's like obviously you're only around the corner. We at that time, like we hear I don't know what it is. Someone must play, you know, that ole 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 ole. Can you hear that from yours, or can you not?
No. I just hear air horns.
It's mental, and like I do. When it first happened, I was like, what's going on outside? Someone's playing. I thought someone had like a football match on really loud, and they were just like re-watching the World Cup or something.
It's like, mad, isn't it?
It was mental. But yeah, isolation is crazy. It's hard for everyone though, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah. When
you're stuck in, and you have to kind of obviously I spoke to Adam and John last week. Maybe you watched, maybe you didn't, and. Yeah. With that one exercise, they were saying that you feel like you have to do it. Like you've been given one time, you're allowed to go out once, and even I feel it now. Like I feel like I have to go out one time at least. Well, at the most.
Yeah, like even if like you don't even need to do anything, you just want to get out. Yeah, like even if like it's raining outside,
you just feel like
it's just like I really need to get out of this house.
It's crazy.
Well, because I play Pokemon Go still.
Oh yeah.
So I walk up the road over there, go to the church, spin the Pokestop, and then walk up the road, and then it's like another church, like a Methodist church. There's a gym there, and so I have to spin the Pokestop there, and then fight the gym, and then go to Co-op where there's another Pokestop, So I'll just like doing like Pokestop tours.
In your walk, a Pokemon walk.
Yeah, catching some Pokemon on the road.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm on. Just running. That's all I've done. There's a little bit of grass to sit on outside. At least you've got a garden.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Paddling pool.
Don't know about that.
Well, hopefully it don't go on for much longer. Need to get.
Yeah.
Need to be doing something
back to uni, man.
Productive. Yeah, you ain't got long to. Or will you finish the normal time now, or will it go on?
So, in terms of exams, they're now 24-hour online exam, open book.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you like log on at 9 o'clock or whatever in the morning. Then you've got like the whole day to finish an exam, like open book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're going to be harder questions or like longer questions or what.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
The coursework, the mark scheme completely changed.
Oh really?
So So it was meant to be like a physical hand-in of a design that you were doing, but now it's completely changed just to like all like virtual, like on the computer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit sad though because we were meant to have like a show in London on I think it was like the 16th of June or something, and that's been cancelled.
Oh man.
So we're working towards that.
To do that.
Nah, probably not. We're working towards it. That's like our end goal.
Yeah.
But obviously we can't do that now. So we're all kind of just working for ourselves now.
Yeah. Waiting to get it done.
Strange. Yeah.
What about work? Still doing stuff at home or nothing at all?
Nothing at all now. Finished that in April. End of April, start of April, start of this month.
What about pay?
Just got my last pay packet end of March, so kind of paid me in advance, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
So it means like if the company goes under now, like doesn't really matter because I got paid.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
My mum's gone back to work now as well. She's gone back fully.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Making glue.
Making glue, but not selling it.
Does she have to like wear a mask or whatever?
Yeah, mask. I think she goes with masks, gloves, and everything like that. Anyway, or she said something, mate. I think she walks around with that anyway outside. But I think they said something like the glue actually. I might be wrong. The glue actually kills the virus because it's.
What, do they have to eat it?
The fume or something in there. It doesn't affect inside the building. Right. And there's only a few of them in there working, I think, or something. I don't really know. It's up to my hair beyond my ears because it keeps getting in my face. It's not lasting. So isolation is not fun. We're going to work towards talking about growing up. I'm going to call this one Growing Up Can Be a Laugh. This whole podcast is going to be about.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about things that we obviously have been through. When I read some of the things I've got for our memories, it does make me laugh. And every time we go out, we can say the same thing, and it just gives us the giggles. We're not going to make it too much about how we've been. We want to get other people to kind of think about what it's been like for them as well. Yeah. Because I'm sure there's lots of people out there that have had the same sort of situations, or maybe even would have liked the same things to happen. What have happened to us? They might not have been so lucky that we have been, or maybe even more luckier and had even better things happen, whether it be friends, family, or whatever. Actually, the same. We're cousins, but we're still friends. Well, that's what I tell you anyway. So
yeah.
But before we even move on to that, following on from last week, a big Premier League talk, the Premier League 11, and I did get lots of other people to try and do it as well for themselves. So from 2000 to 2020, their all-time, not their favourite, their all-time, their best 11 from the Premier League. And you sent me yours. Obviously, you're a rugby guy.
Yeah.
So your football knowledge is dreadful.
Oh, don't say that. It's a sick team, though. It's not beat anyone.
But yeah, I it's funny because I was watching some of mine that I said last week, the other last podcast. The others kind of said, yeah, but this, but that. So my two were like that didn't get put in there mainly were Vincent Kompany and David Silva, and I watched the Match of the Day podcast, and they done their top 10 European imports. I watched it yesterday, and in the top 5 is like, or top 10s. In the top 5, David Silva, I think he's in one of them, and top 8 is in the other one, and Vincent Kompany's in there as well.
Yeah.
So, and there's no Van Dijk, but we've got Kompany and David Silva. So I don't know. I'm a bit lost. But I had lots of people commenting, I had lots of people commenting on the picture that we'd come up with before they watched the video. So we're like, what about Alan Shearer?
Yeah, but you went through like all the different ones.
Yeah, please watch the video. So yeah, I've then managed to turn yours into a Premier League picture. So let's have a look at that, shall we? Let's run through this. It's only going to be brief. We don't spend too long on it. We'll let people look at it. We'll let them decide, and then explain.
Yeah. So obviously, from the start out, if you go through, there's a lot of people from the UK there. So I thought, obviously, you have to start with UK like players.
Yeah.
Because it's the Prem, innit?
Yeah.
And these lot, like obviously Rooney, Lampard, Giggs, Terry, they're
Becks.
all like,
Becks.
Becks to an extent, yeah. They've all been like had their whole careers in the Premier League, really, pretty much, and like they're just kind of stalwarts to each of their clubs. Like Giggs, what is he like the big like top goal scorer or something in the Prem or something like that?
I think he's won the most trophies or something like that.
Won the most, like 13 Premier League trophies he's got or something. Like that's mental.
Yeah,
like he's got to be in it.
I had Giggs in mind.
Yeah. I was going to like, because even though I like rugby, everyone knows that you can't have Gerrard and Lampard in the same team.
Yeah.
But so I had to choose, and just purely because of Lampard's scoring.
Yeah.
I had to go for him.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah. Pretty much, it's all about goal scoring for me.
That's kind of what we went. You went for. There's no Ronaldo and no Thierry Henry though. Where's what happened there?
The reason I chose Tevez, right? The reason I chose Tevez, and also the reason I chose Van der Sar, were because the first FIFA game that I properly played was FIFA 2007.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I always used to get Tevez from. He was at West Ham on loan from Corinthians back then.
Yeah.
And I always got Tevez, and I always got Van der Sar. So I was like, nah, it's just pure, like, I need to get them in my team.
Yeah. They're your boys.
Yeah. And Beck's just purely because Beck's, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's Beckham.
Yeah, like, you've got to have him in the team. Best England player, I reckon. Ever.
What about old Pablo there on the right-hand side?
Pablo Zabaleta. Well, it was either Azpilicueta or Zabaleta, and because you had Azpilicueta last week,
you wanted Pablo.
Yeah, I wanted Pablo there.
Oh, nice one. Well, yeah, fair enough. Every single person will have a different one, and I think that's pretty much near fact. No one will ever pick the same squad, and that's what's so good about these sort of things. Along with the other polls that are done as well, no one will ever pick the same things. You might pick
It's one of those like proper pub questions.
Yeah.
Like you can sit there for like an hour and literally forget about everything else in the world and just talk about that.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, and even if you like move it to like movies or move it to like music or something, you can always like have, oh no, but this top 10 is better than yours because like, and then like it's pretty like, there's no like arguments or anything. It's just like,
it's a big
just
old
chatting
debate
about it with like a beer. Yeah. It's one of the things that like isolation's kind of taken away from us, really.
Yeah, definitely has, isn't it? Them big talks. That's what I like. That's why I'm waiting for these discussions that I can have inside here where I live with people here, because it just brings a different atmosphere, doesn't it? It brings different. You can say a lot more, and it's, I don't know, it's just different.
You'll have to do it like you'll have to do it like Graham Norton style. So you get in there, you've made like a few like drinks, sat down, start talking, do like a Graham Norton impression, like, so, what have we got today then?
That'll be Graham.
That was Irish, by the way.
Oh, Graham Norton with dreads. That's what. Well, I'm doing that for myself. This is raspberry. I think it's raspberry or rhubarb, actually, maybe.
Vodka.
Rhubarb something. Oh, yeah, rhubarb vodka, gin, wine, and stuff. So in about 10 minutes, if I fell backwards and I've gone off the screen completely, you know what?
I'll just be chatting to myself.
Yeah, you just answer your own question, just like that podcast that one that I've done where I chatted to that bloke with the orange hat.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. I like that.
Who was that bloke?
Personal. I don't know. He's
a bit annoying, to be honest.
You think he lives upstairs in the loft? He comes down every now and then. It's a bit of a pain. So anyway, let's begin. Let's begin with our real talk. Let's begin with our sort of memories, the way things began for when we were young. Obviously, we went to the same primary school.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew each other from when we were born. Not that I can remember because we're related, but it all started pretty much from when I've got pictures from birthday parties and stuff like that. And everyone, when they're younger, all their family comes to the birthday parties, so they get to know their cousins a lot more. Then I think kind of something just decides whether you hang around with them a lot more as you get older, or you don't. Don't know.
Yeah.
Personality maybe, or same likes of something. And I think we are quite different in the things that we liked, though.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So it's quite unusual that we get to how we are now, and
I'd say a lot of that is down probably to our grandparents.
Yeah.
And kind of the attitude that they had like towards us, because our grandma, she was used to love it when all the family got together.
Yeah.
So she kind of encouraged that more, and because you used to live right around the corner from grandma.
Yeah.
So whenever I was around, because you and your parents went over there at least a few times a week, and because we went around there at least once a week, so we'd end up bumping into each other. Yeah. So that kind of started, and because we went to the same school as well, a lot of the times we'd walk, you'd walk home from school and I'd walk to grandma's or something.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that sort of thing. Yeah. Kind of force us into each other.
Yeah, being such a close age, there's only 1 year apart as well, isn't it? So what's you and your sister? Is that 5 years maybe?
8 years.
Oh, is it 8? Yeah, so that's a big difference. Obviously, you would have, by the time she started school, you've joined high school.
Yeah, and, strange.
That's what happened with me and my brother, I think, as well. As I kind of left primary school, he joined, and then as he joined high school, I left. So it was never the close age. So the things that were going on at the time, like Pokemon, for example, when we were younger, you can talk and you can discuss that with each other when you're little. Whereas trying to discuss that when I'm 8 and my brother's 3 is hard work.
Yeah. It's just fashion, and it kind of changes a little bit over time, and especially, in this day and age, when we were younger, we didn't have iPhones or anything, did we? We had Game Boys and stuff, and we had to use our parents' phones to call each other and stuff like that. But nowadays, because you can essentially live at home and not speak to anyone. You don't have to kind of get to know the other side of the family too much. Yeah, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, playing out a lot more as well. I always remember coming to yours or staying over at yours and going to that grassy field thing.
Oh, yeah.
And just playing out for the whole time. Whereas, or even say about we didn't have phones and things. There is one thing that I remember that we did have, and that was the iToy play.
Oh yeah, on the PlayStation 2, you had to wipe the windows and stuff.
And the karate thing where they used to jump
and the ping pong.
That was our technology. That now is probably dreadful. I can't even imagine what that's like. So we had to make fun together, and we probably made a lot of games together when we went on holidays together or something. Probably just come up with random stuff going on. Whereas now with all your obviously tech, you don't have to do that, do you? You just play a game on your phone with one of your mates, play 8-ball pool or whatever it is with your cousin.
8-ball pool, yeah. Words with friends.
Yeah, man. So what? It just happens, and
it's kind of weird because like when we went on holiday with our grandparents, we didn't really want to stay inside because obviously we were in a caravan or a camper van. So it's like, I don't really want to stay inside with grandma and granddad all day. I'd rather just go outside and cause mischief.
Well, that's what it was about, wasn't it then? Like causing a problem for someone and
then just running away.
And that's what makes these things today you can laugh about. And we can go and speak to our grandparents now and talk to them about things that we've done that was naughty, and they would laugh at it. For example, we went on so many holidays that there was always going to be one story that you could take, and we just so happened to have nearly every single holiday we had has a story.
Yeah,
nearly, probably. Like you mentioned to me before we started this, which I forgot about, was when we went on holiday just in England, Northumberland maybe, and we got stuck. Getting stuck on an island.
Because the tide came in and we were just stuck on an island for like a day or something.
Yeah. So we just had to wait on an island, and nowhere was open.
Yeah.
So you just had to. My mum and dad got stuck. And then you mentioned as well when you come with my mum and dad, same place I think, and we got into them buggies. And we had to push the.
Yeah.
We had to pedal the things. So,
yeah, I do remember that. And like, yeah.
Just around the park or whatever it was.
That was good fun, that was. Someone was steering at the front.
And it's so mad that we can just pick out these, and obviously you being there, and I'm sure if my brother was here now as well, he would be able to pick out things that he remembers that I don't. But some people don't get to do that. Some people don't even, like I know people that have not even been, well, they've never even been on holiday in England, probably with their grandparents, let alone abroad like we have. So we was probably a pain in the bum on a holiday. I know I was, like, didn't ever want to go to the pub or stay out late.
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah, like we always wanted to just go home and just sit outside or something.
And do nothing. Yeah. It's so weird how that works, because obviously then you didn't want to go to the pub, you didn't want to drink. I remember
just want to go to the swimming pool or something like that.
Yeah, just want to do fun things. And now we want to go to the pub.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, I'm going to talk about this in a moment, but like some memory, I remember, I used to go to my grandma's with my mum on a Friday, for example, and she'd have some wine. And I didn't want to be there anymore. I wanted to go home because I was a boring kid, probably. So I would get my mum's drink and just be like, oh, you've got to go now. It's gone. I'd probably be smashed. I was like, ooh. But I just wanted to go, do what you can to go home. And now, like, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. I'll have one of them. And it's mad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just crazy. But
talking about drinking someone else's drink, I remember because our grandma, like, she likes to drink.
Yeah.
And she, because we used to have apple juice, we used to have apple-aid over there, didn't we? Like the fizzy apple drink. Mm-hmm. And I remember like pouring some apple drink and then putting it down. And then our grandma, she poured like a nice big glass of whiskey
in there,
put it there. And I literally ran down the stairs, grabbed it, like drank it, like
oh, just that would have burned your throat.
Probably about 10.
Oh,
probably a bit younger, probably about 8.
Yeah. Well, you were a little bugger though, I've heard, from what I can remember.
I was fine.
Little bugger.
Yeah, I was never allowed to drink cherry aid at grandma's because it made me hyper.
Yeah, well, I think anything made you hyper. Mine, like, this is classic. Like, so before this, obviously, I was getting some things together. I asked Mum, what can you remember about Harry? Or about us being together? Because I've got pictures, obviously, of parties that I'm going to show and going on holiday and stuff like that. Yeah, it's good fun. And so I messaged my mum. What do you remember about Harry, like, that I might not be able to remember? And she actually put to me, Harry was hype and a mardy arse. So, and yeah, Harry would just be a nutter, and that's quite funny.
But, yeah, I never remember being a mardy arse. I don't remember that bit. I probably pushed that out of my mind.
Yeah,
but I remember we were going on holiday with grandma and granddad, and I was a bit hyper. And I went because everyone's grandma has like a sweet box, don't they?
Yeah.
Like a box of sweets that they keep for their grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And our grandma left it on the top cupboard, so you get to jump onto the sideboard. And then open it up. And when we were going, I forgot we were going to like Scarborough or something. And I was really excited, so I ran into the kitchen, smashed open the cupboard. It bounced back, jumped up, and I smashed.
Oh.
Do you remember? And I smashed it over my head. My head like started bleeding, wouldn't start, so I had to go to hospital just before going on holiday.
No.
So we left for holiday like 12 hours late because I had to go to
A&E. You're right. Jeez, it's all your fault. It's crazy, like. When we go out, even if we go out with my friends or if we used to go out with your friends, for example, we always have stories to tell. Remember this, and I think my friends as well get on with my family as well. So when you come and you talk about maybe our grandparents or my mum and dad, they will understand as well because they know them.
Yeah.
I don't never see like them or anyone really. Many people telling the stories that we tell. Like whether it wasn't the same sort of thing, or whether we're just out there to tell them. Like people, there's not many people. I don't know whether people. What are we, the most exciting people in the world that we have all these stories to tell? Or do people not get the same thing that we have, or do they have other stories to tell?
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird because even though we did go on holiday with our grandparents, our siblings never really went on holiday with our grandparents, did they? Yeah. So my sister's never been on holiday.
No.
Your brother's been on holiday like once.
He went, yeah.
He went once to France, didn't he? And he started crying or something.
Yeah, poor lad.
So it's kind of weird because even if other people, even if it might just be that because they've never gone on holiday or never experienced the sort of like family times that we have.
Yeah. It is pretty mad. Like, you do look back now and think like, whoa, like, you've done so much. It was proper lucky. Like back then, probably took the mick out of it a little bit and messed around. And now you're like, wow, I've been to. Like, I'd say like I think I went abroad every year from like the age 6 to about 13, 14 maybe.
Yeah, you went on holiday. You went on holiday the year before we went on holiday together, didn't you?
Yeah. So I went quite a lot. I even remember once I went with. I've been with my mum and dad as well to the same place, the Camp in Neptune. And I remember once I went. We probably went the end of August, and I went on holiday with 2 of my friends at the start of August. Come back for 2 days, and then went on holiday again for 2 weeks.
No way.
So I went on holiday for like 4 weeks because, well, my mum and dad were going on holiday.
That's cool, those.
I know. Yeah. I would love to do that now. I'm going back to south of France in October.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm flying to Bordeaux and then going down to Biarritz, it's called. It's down the south, right on the edge, pretty much surfing.
Yeah, nice.
A good place to surf.
Is that in is that on the Med, is it?
I believe so, yeah.Maybe. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because it would be nice warm water then.
Can you surf in the Med?
Maybe it's not the Med, tidal. But it's on the I don't know what Med it's on, but it's meant to be a good place to surf for the south of France. Right. So it'll be hot, so I got my wetsuit, that's all I need.
Nice.
Yeah, man, keeping that.
That'd be cool, man.
Keeping them France holidays going, them French holidays.
Yeah, I'd love to go back to France again.
Oh, I know, yeah, some of them funny stories. I'm just stretching my legs a little bit. My legs are tired sitting on this floor.
But yeah, so going back to, it's kind of weird because we went to the same primary school all the way up to like year 6. Mm-hmm. And then we went to you went to Woodhouse. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Rawlet, so we kind of didn't really see each other too much.
No. Well, that's because obviously when I left,
only on holiday did we see each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of weird. Just kind of like coming apart a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think it's like our. It's funny because it's like our grandparents could see that happening, and they used them holidays to kind of put us back together, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure the 2 times that we went abroad, we were in high school.
Yeah, I'm sure we were.
We must have been, but
did we go on holiday twice or 3 times to France?
We went twice. You went. Well, we went twice together, but you went once, and we met you. Remember?
Yeah,
we stayed in your friend's house.
Yeah.
So
yeah, in Omps.
Yes, and wherever. I think that's where I was introduced to the old spaghetti carbonara.
Oh yeah, in France of all places.
Yeah, and they had I remember they gave me an egg with it as well.
Yeah, like a little egg yolk on the top.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, it's just like mix it in, don't you?
I didn't want to do that. I would hated egg then, and I still hate it now. So no way. But yeah, that definitely is where it started to change a little bit, isn't it? From primary school, which is mad. I don't remember much of primary school. I remember you being there, and I don't remember much happening. Lots of people talk to me about what primary school was like for them. I ain't really got a clue. I have a couple of memories. I think I remember once it was the whistle had blew for the last. We had 3 breaks in primary school as well.
Yeah.
And it was the last break, and the ball went onto our. Remember the grassy field? It went onto there. Ran down to get the ball. Jumped on it. Tried to almost do like a Cruyff turn. I was being in year 6. Fell and smacked my head off the floor. And then I remember waking up. And everyone had gone in. I was like, oh. And I just picked the ball up and went back in. And I was like, where are you been? I was like, I don't know. Just getting the ball. Must have been 5 minutes or a couple of minutes. I don't know. Yeah, I was just lay up.
No way, you could have died.
Man, they'd have just left me. That's mental. That is one of my only memories from primary school. And pretty much one of my other memories from primary school was, do you remember getting sort of a star of the day thing?
Yeah, sunshine.
Yeah, I think it was year 5.
You are my sunshine. Yeah, that was year 3, that was.
Oh, I got a year 5 thing.
Oh, did you?
I was such an idiot. He gave me a sunshine. But I got it for being able to juggle. I learned to juggle 3 balls in year 5. And that's what they gave me star of the week, whatever it was for. They probably could give it me for nothing else.
Yeah.
Ever. In the whole time of being at primary school. I don't remember. So
I don't remember much about primary school.
No. And I remember you being there. And yeah. So I don't know. I don't know whether even the friends from primary school I don't really hang around with anymore. So it's mad how that all changes, isn't it? You make all these new friends in high school that you didn't actually know for the first, I don't know what, 11 years. I should know that, really. First 11
strange.
Years. So half of my life was spent with a bunch of random kids that I don't even really know.
Yeah, it's strange.
And then it kind of... Go on, what should I say?
But, that's kind of what life is, isn't it? Just changing. I mean...
That's it, the change.
When you're 11 years old, or whatever, between 6 and 11, you don't really know anything about yourself, do you?
No.
And it's kind of natural that you kind of, even if obviously, like you said, you went to the same school as a lot of people from your primary school.
Yeah.
But you kind of just grow apart because you just kind of change a little bit.
Yeah. That's it. You get different likes and opinions on things, and you start to find a little bit more about yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
I was speaking to someone yesterday about having control over certain things, and that's what it is. You kind of get a bit of control over yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of control what you want to like instead of being made to like.
Yeah.
Or something. You might see, for example, if you had a kid now, you would, just an example, you would give it a Villa kit.
Yeah.
And then
hoped
for it to grow up to support Villa. I'll show you a prime example here. All right. Let me find this photo. This is a prime example of exactly what I just spoke about. Let's see if these are funny photos. This young lad here, right? This young boy, for some reason, was given a Newcastle top.
Who's this? Is this you?
This is me.
Who gave you that?
I don't know. My dad, probably. So there you go. And I gained control and said, I ain't supporting that load of rubbish. I'll support another load of rubbish instead.
Yeah, it was a load of rubbish.
That's probably what it is, yeah. Gaining control and And I think as you get, and people are still probably doing it now. And again, this is what we spoke about yesterday. Like in this time, being locked down, people are now figuring out a little bit more probably about themselves, having been maybe alone or not being allowed to go out. It's another thing that scares people and has to make them try and gain control over. Well, you've lost your freedom, almost.
It's like I've noticed a lot of people because my mum, she's got a cake shop. She's got a cupcake cabin, she calls it.
Nice.
I'll just do a little plug on Smith's farm shop in Aviston. I think it's Aviston.
Check it out.
Check it out. cakesbyrebecca.net. She because she does a lot of baking at home. Over the lockdown, she's noticed that like when she goes to the shop, like there's no flour, there's no sugar, and it's because people in isolation, they've just gone and kind of tried to bake. Just figuring out if they're any good at baking, any good at cooking.
That's what's like trying new things. Like it's this. I spoke about last week, like this yoga. Everyone's doing yoga now, and probably realizing that they really you might not be. I'm not sure, but realizing that they enjoy it or makes them feel nice.
Yeah.
So, and I do wonder if people like after this will still carry on doing things like this. Like even like it's good to see how many people are out there jogging. Like I know it becomes really busy, but I wonder how many people after that will carry on, like with their new habits or new hobbies, whatever it is that they're doing. I don't know.
But it depends. It kind of depends if life ever gets back to normal again. Like they say that the life of offices are kind of over now.
Oh
yeah.
Ooh.
So don't know. Depends what happens really.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, man. But so like again, going to our end of year 6, joining high school. That's when you start to get your control and picking what you want to. And my thing, like, this is what I thought of yesterday. Like, we lost pretty much. We had them holidays, and then we lost like contact. Like, what? When did you leave? When did you move?
When did I move schools?
Yeah, when did you move school?
I moved schools at the end of year 9, so just
2009, something like that.
No, 2010.
Oh, it's 2010.
So so it was do you remember that royal wedding, April 2010? That's the royal. Well, basically the royal wedding of William and Kate. That's when I moved. It was April.
Oh wow!
So that's long ago. That is 10 years ago.
Oh no, yeah. Jeez. It's so funny. Like this is what's crazy for me. Like I remember. Obviously, I remember it all being like you're going to to your school, moving school, and then you went to New Zealand in what year? 2015.
It was 2015. Yeah.
Yeah. For how long was that? 2 years.
No, it wasn't that. It was like 16 months, something like that.
A year
and a half.
So like that whole 2010 to 2016, near 17, 7 years, and it kind of just went.
Yeah.
It was like pulled the plug. And it went.
It's really strange, isn't it? And I remember some like snippets. I do remember some snippets about because like Facebook Messenger archives all your messages.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago I was pretty bored, so I just went through like loads and loads of old messages, and there was one that said something like 2014, 2013, something like that. You wanted to start doing DJing.
Oh yeah. Oh, what a good time that was.
Yeah, and you got some decks, and you're like, we're gonna go to Ibiza and like do some DJ sets there. And I was like, that's sick, man, let's do it. Yeah. It's so weird, like how life completely changes.
Oh god, yeah. Well, that was it. Like I remember me and Dylan. We even went to Lichfield that time. We went to Lichfield College to do music. And
no way, did you really?
Yeah, we signed up for the year. Went in like September.
Was that before Kiddie?
That was after.
Was it?
Yeah, it would have been after. I think I would have been 18, probably.
No way.
Or maybe 19. And we went on our first day and they started speaking. And there was obviously all these other people there. Me and Dylan, we wanted to be like a duo DJ thing. We do it together. And
like a Daft Punk.
Yeah, man, literally. And all these kids could play instruments, one guitar or drums or whatever, and they could all play. And me and Dylan were like, yeah, we can whistle.
Yeah, we're on the decks, man.
Yeah, so we thought, we'll learn how to do this. I've got my decks, and we'll just try. We would play, like, at the end of the day, you got like an hour to mess around with stuff. So we made some things. And the next day, I think maybe on that day or the next day or something, before our next actual college day, whenever that was, I got a job at JD, and Dylan.
Oh, right.
So I ended up quitting that, never going back ever again. It was that easy to leave college. I just never went again.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for it or anything?
No, I just left.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Unless it get me in like 50 years.
They're watching this podcast like, that's the kid that didn't pay.
Dylan went for one day on his own and said no. And this is what's even more funny is that on that only day that I went in with him, at lunchtime, we went to the pub. We had fish and chips at the pub and was like an hour late back to class. And was like, this is probably not for us, really. Still kept my decks. I used to sit in my room with it, put my headphones on, mess with them, make some wicked things, like whatever. I'd be like, that's wild good. And then I'd be like, how do I save it? Oh, I don't know. Like, or they'd be like, I figured out how to save it. Do it again. I don't know how I've done that, to be honest. Don't know what I've done. So I could never make it again. Strange. And I thought, it's too hard for me. I want the easy life. I want to cruise through. And that was so that was the time when I got back in contact with you when I was going through that stage.
Yeah, that was like second year of uni, wasn't it?
Was that your first second? Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was my first year of uni, so that would have been 2016 to 17.
Yeah.
That's so strange, that was.
I think that's when again, like, my thing is that this is like I said, one of the weirdest things is I think being 18 and being able to drink or something like that brings you to someone else or brings your family together. Like, so when you was obviously old enough to drink is when we started going out more, weren't it? Like when you was 19 or something, we used to go into town and kind of brought us back together.
We used to go to Cuda and...
Yes.
It's terrible.
You turning 18 made us, like, brought us back together. I was just waiting, pretty much.
Yeah, no, they were good times, they were.
Pre-drinking
with the music on the telly.
Oh, of course. I remember now, yeah. Like, in the Captain Morgans or whatever, we'll go on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, should we just have a few drinks? I was like, yeah. And then like an hour later, you were like, yeah, best get ready to go out then.
Didn't I stay at Grandma and Granddad's that night? Like one of them nights.
Oh no, that was about a year ago. That was.
Oh,
yeah, and then Granddad came in and was like, "Oi, get up!" And you're like,
I don't even know how I got there.
Must have just walked. Didn't you run or something?
I had a key.
Did you? Oh, of course you did.
And I ended up just going in there and locking the door. I think they took the key off me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man.
And then I moved here, so I don't.
To be fair, like, you didn't wake up. Didn't wake them up.
I didn't. Wow, come on. Let's be honest. Who can wake their grandparents up? Many people. Once they're asleep, they're gone.
Yeah.
They think they snore. They snore louder than the door opens.
Yeah, true. I remember when we were on holiday, Grandad used to wake himself up snoring, didn't he?
Yeah. Or everyone. And then it gets told off.
Yeah, my grandma.
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
That's it. Like out there, I think these are the things. Like we could meet each other. Again, like we could talk about the things that we've done over and over again. It still makes us laugh. Like the time when we had a cottage in south of France, and we was all sat at the dinner table, and we must have been messing around or something. And we got sent outside to the step. And
Grandma didn't like us laughing.
We're having our old jolly on the step, still laughing, but wanting to eat. And the next thing you know, Grandad strolls outside. And he's been told off as well. He's been sent to the step, and all three of us are sat there on the step.
Giggling at nothing. And Grandma's just really angry inside on her own.
Funny. They're the things that you want to happen. They're the memories that you just remember them sort of things, because they're so funny. They're probably times that you've never laughed so much that you remember.
Oh, do you remember in obviously South France again, the haunted house?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not just laughter that people make memories from, though, is it? It's horror. And
so, we were in this haunted house in the south of France in it was called Carcassonne, wasn't it?
The castle.
Like this beautiful town with a fort around it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had all these shops built into it and all these restaurants. And there was this haunted house. And we were like, we're going to go in there. Grandma and Grandad came in with us. Yeah. And then you went in, and then there was this this pink light on the wall. Then the light went off, and then all you heard was and the walls were coming in.
Oh, God.
And then that was the start of it. We were like, whoa, whoa. And then we were trying to, we were grabbing hold of Grandad.
Oh, God, yeah.
And all the way over, pulling him down. And stepping, I remember stepping on this poor Dutch girl's foot. In the lift.
I remember that.
And then getting out, and then for a few years after that, Grandad had back problems for it.
Yeah, probably still got them now because of us.
That's terrible.
That was the worst, and that has scared me. That scarred me for life.
I've never been in a haunted house.
I couldn't. I went to probably when I was about 19 again, 20. I went to Blackpool with a few of my friends, and they all went in that one there. You know, the horror house there in Blackpool.
Yeah, on Pleasure Beach.
Yeah, and they was like, "Oh, let's go in here." I was like, "No way! I'll just hold all your bags and wait at the end." And then when you finish that one, you run through the cafe, don't you, screaming, and everyone's well, I didn't even realize. I knew that you ran to the cafe. I didn't know where. I just followed the signs to where the cafe was, but I didn't know that when I got to the part to get to the cafe, you had to walk down these stairs where it was really dark, and all these things were on the wall. Obviously that bit was scary as well. I was like, I'll just wait outside. I'm not even going to go to the cafe because that's scary. I'll just wait outside,
mate.
Where people can see me in case I get taken.
Yeah, I never ever go into a haunted house again.
No way. I can't do it. I even went to this is a good story. I went to Screamfest or Scarefest, whatever it's called, in Burton, I think, and there's 5 things there that you could. They're 5 walkarounds. Have you ever been?
No. I went to the Alton Towers one.
Oh, yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah, I think that's when you hold do you hold a rope there or something, or follow?
Yeah, you have to hold each other's hands.
Oh, hold each other's hands. Yeah. Yeah. So this one, there's 5 different walkthroughs, and obviously different things happen. But whilst that's all going on, you pick which one you want to go to. There's things running around, so there's clowns running around. So as soon as I got there, I was ready to go home straight away as soon as I saw everything going on. But I thought I'll just brave it. I'll just see what I can do. You get a wristband and you get 5 little marks on it, and when you've done one, they stamp it, whatever. And I'd always heard about this maze one. So you go out, you get on this tractor, drives you out into the field, and it's a maze. So I thought if I look like I'm not scared, then inside my head I won't be scared. So I went to the front, went to the front of the queue, stood there, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's brave here. He's going for the front." I was like, "Yeah, bring it on, let's go." But if I keep acting this way, then it will work for me, and I won't be scared. And I walked through the thing. Obviously, there's a group behind you, and they have to wait for another let of people to come in, otherwise they'll see it. So I was just walking, and then you hear this chainsaw go off, and this guy jumps out with a Rey Mysterio mask on. And this is how literally I pictured it. I just thought, it's just Rey Mysterio with a chainsaw. That's not scary, is it? So this guy come chasing everyone. All this group ran past me, and I just kind of backed into him and walked a little bit. I'm not going to look at you. I've already seen what you look like. I don't need to look anymore. I can hear the sound. It's not scary. I know what chainsaws sound like. I'm just going to keep walking and not look scared. Yeah. So I did. I just kept walking. I was like, this is easy. Another thing happened. What? Like, I'm not even going to concentrate on. I'll take a look at one thing and then stop and carry on. And then it comes to this hut thing. I think it was like a barrel. It was like a barrel that's made into a house, and you walk through the barrel, and all these lights are flashing, like it's like strobe lights going on. And I was like, oh god, okay, this is a bit weird. Like my hands were moving all funny, like as they do in the strobe. And the net was the walls where you walk is like a net, so if you hold on to it, you like fall a little bit. And I was walking through the strobe lights, and obviously people are all saying stuff, and all these strobe lights started making me go weird, and I couldn't walk properly. I was all over the place. I was like, oh. And then from then on, I could not, like, my whole strong mind had been wiped out by some strobe lights.
Just from the strobe lights?
And I couldn't hold on to these things. I had to get out of these things. I got to the end. I was like, I was panicking a little bit. And then I carried on walking, just a little bit quicker now. My eyes were like this, probably. I was like, oh. And then this one guy, he was hiding in the bush. And he was like, what are you looking at? Like, being all scary. And I went, you. Like, got a little bit mad. I was like, oh. Carry on walking. And then there was one more little house thing, and I walked through it. And I forgot everything that had happened. I forgot the chainsaw at the start. All I could think about was how scary this was. And this chainsaw went off again, and it chased me, and I just ran. And I could not deal with it. And I was just like, I was literally, like, my heart was pounding. These clowns were running around as well. I was like, this is the worst day of my life. I need to go home. So I went to the main office. I went, I don't even care how much of a wimp I sound, right? But you can have your band back because I don't want it. I'm going home. I've done one. I was like, can I get a refund?
That's mad.
And so I tried to beat that fear, but I just could not.
Do you know, I've never tried it again. Do you know what? Going back now and like experiencing that house again, I reckon that if we did it, we probably wouldn't have been half as scared as we were back then either. I reckon it probably wasn't even scary, but because we were proper young and went into that, it defeated us.
I do think that too. Like, if we had never done that in the first place, we might, done it later on, we probably wouldn't. But we weren't that young. We was probably like
13.
We were still teenagers. We were just wimps.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Plain and simple.
Them memories are the ones that you kind of keep, and again, like, they bring you together. And I hope that, like, I like, there's people out there like brothers and sisters or something like that, or cousins and like us, and that probably don't talk, that fell out for some reason or something. Maybe they fell out when they were younger, or they just don't talk. But maybe they haven't got the memories. To kind of bring them back together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, something must have drawn us back together. Some people just don't talk to each other. Like, especially when it's like brothers and sisters, they don't talk because of some reason. Like, what would it have been like for when? Like, I just don't know. I don't know why we've been brought back to here and we're back to how we was when we was like 10.
No, it's strange because it's not like we were struggling to like make friends either. Like, obviously, when I was at uni and stuff, like, I had my friends, and then you've got your friends. But it's not like that we like were desperate. But we just enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course.
I probably just can't explain it.
No, see, this is like
kind of weird. And going back to when you were talking about how going to the pub and stuff like brings us together. Obviously, like, you played for a few football teams, and I played for a few rugby teams. And when you first joined those teams, you kind of a little bit like either be like a little bit nervous, or you don't really want to like move or something, but you've had to move.
Yeah. Of course.
And you often, like, more often than not, like, a boozy night out with that team when like you've only just started, like properly brings you into that team.
Yeah.
Like that's happened.
The moral
yeah,
support.
exactly. And then like after that, it's like, oh yeah, like John, whatever, he, you know, had to go home early because he was sick on the dance floor or something. Like that's just funny.
Yeah,
like,
it's a good story. Brings you all together, isn't it?
Brings you all together, yeah.
It's like obviously you get on with all my friends and stuff like that, but even like when you come and play for my six-a-side team, playing in goal and whatnot, like playing with the people that I work with, and kind of they knew, obviously got to know who you are and stuff like that, and they will still ask about you now because you broke your leg, for example.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll say about you, and I'll be like, how's his leg? Like, is it still like all this and that? Like, you don't even really know who you are, but they want to know about you because something has happened that's brought people together, and it's mad.
Yeah, strange.
But my thing, like, this is kind of what I was thinking yesterday. I was just thinking about certain things that can happen that some people might not have, and maybe is why other people aren't the same. It's like maybe it's like a confidence thing. You have people that fall out when they're maybe 15, 16, when some people are a bunch of idiots and they probably fall out because they think they want to be one way and their brother or cousin wants to be another way, or sister or whatever. So they fall out because they've got this problem, because they're probably going through puberty.
Yeah.
And when you get older, and again, explaining how you just did, like when you drink, you become confident, don't you, kind of?
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you do things that brings people together.
Dutch courage.
Yeah, exactly. So like having that confidence without that drink or whatever, it might bring them people together. Just having the confidence to go out there and say, hey, do you want to come and do this with me? Like, I know we haven't spoke for a long time, but do you want to do it? Like, it's been 10 years or something. I ain't seen you for 10 years, but just be confident to just go out there and just tell, like, don't be stubborn about it anymore. Yeah. Like, forget what's happened. I'm sure that there's been plenty of times when we was younger that we'd fall out.
Definitely.
But you don't really remember them things.
No, there's no point. There's no point holding grudges. Like,
exactly, and I think
life's a bit too short.
Yeah, and I think if we did think about, but what about when he was this or when I was that? We wouldn't be here. So we're not being stubborn. We're kind of being confident about it and just going out there and say, do you want to come? And come around mine. I ain't seen you for ages. We'll talk. There's lots to talk about. So that's my thing, like confidence, I think.
Yeah. Going back to like, even so when like the Six Nations is on or something and I'm at home, like you'll happily like watch Six Nations or whatever at the pub, even though you're not really into rugby or anything, you'll just watch it. Like the same with the cricket as well. Like when the World Cup was on for the cricket, like you're not massively into cricket, but because it's like an event and because like you want to like share like that experience, you'll happily just watch it and like being open-minded. It's a lot. Like, same with like confidence. Like I never played. Maybe I played six-a-side when I was.
Oh, that's allowed. What's that bike then?
Oh, it's a bike. Yeah, outside. Sorry.
Carry on.
when I played six-a-side, I haven't played since Rawlett, but I just like I've got nothing else to do. Why not? Like it's just being open-minded about stuff. Yeah, that's
it, isn't it? Like sometimes you just got to step out of your barrier, haven't you, and just go and do it. Whether you like it or not, sometimes you create some of the best memories with people doing things that you probably never would have expected yourself to do, wouldn't you? So, and I think that's why it makes more of a memory, doing something that you wouldn't have picked to do.
And it's, like one of my pet hates, like, is people not trying new food.
Oh, okay.
Really annoys me. Like obviously, you don't like eggs, but you've tried eggs. And you don't like them. But someone like says, like, I don't know, for example, some like Stilton, like a cheese or something. Like they'll look at it and go, and I'd never tried it before, but they'll be like, I'm not trying that. It's like, why not? Like, just try it. Try it, man. How do you know you don't like it? And they go in like, it's the same like going to an activity with that mindset of like not wanting to like it, and they just won't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into a mindset of like literally anything, if you go into a mindset of like, you know what, might enjoy this, might be a bit of a laugh, then you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And even if you don't enjoy it, you'll enjoy the experience of being with other people and and doing it and having a laugh and making memories.
Yeah. Well,
so it's all going into an activity with like a positive mindset, and you know, you'll enjoy some aspects of it.
Yeah, and something will come out of it where like
exactly,
that you might not have expected. Like you say, like might not enjoy the event, but you might come out with some people, some new friends maybe that you can go and do something else with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you might, and then it might work the other way around. You might go with a bunch of people to do one thing, not like maybe doing that thing with them people, but loving the event. So get the other load of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Different groups of people to do different sort of things. And again, I was speaking about that to someone yesterday, and they were telling me about one of their friends that does certain things. But not everyone's the same. Everyone's going to like different things. And, you know, you just got to go out there like.
You just got to try it though, man.
I feel like I'm trying to give a message to people, like if you're not friends with your cousins or your brothers or your sisters, man, just do it. Just do it now.
Yeah, especially in the lockdown.
I know, isn't this the perfect time to say, hey, I haven't messaged you for a while. Like I try and do it with my brother. Like I might not speak for a while, and I'll just message him saying, "Oh, how you doing? Like you all right?" Because otherwise, it'll just be probably make it more weird for yourself when this is over and you see them, and you're like, "Oh, you probably." That's when your mind will start saying, "Oh, you didn't even say hello to me during it."
Yeah.
You know, maybe don't wait on others sometimes. You know.
Yeah, like you always see on Facebook, think about the people that have messaged you during lockdown and the people that haven't messaged you, like take them out of your life. That's just so narcissistic.
It's so stupid, isn't it?
Just seriously, not everyone thinks about everyone in their life all the time. Just get over yourself, and if you want to speak to someone, speak to them. And like if you're confident in yourself that you like that person likes you back, then you know it'll be fine. But just don't be so narcissistic as to not message anyone because you're the center of the universe. Do you know what I mean?
You've not messaged me, so I'm not messaging you. Get over
yourself, man. Yeah, get off your aisles.
Get off your aisle. I like that. I like it. But it is. It's true. So that's my. I need an advert across the bottom. It needs to go over my head. Speak to your family.
Yeah, like a number.
Yeah, and just flashing in the corner, all different areas. But like, so, and then you can create all these memories. Like, it's never too late to create something funny. Like we've had things when we're older, doing silly things. Like I was thinking of obviously loads of things from a long time ago. But then one of the recent memories is obviously that Christmas that we had recently. And you got your Russian techno out, we're at mine, having a party.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hilarious. Like, that kept sticking in my head. And then we've got Fireball, spin the bottle.
Fireball, spin the bottle. And it lands on you. You have to take a shot.
It's funny. Like, they're new memories that can keep happening. Like, just literally by messaging someone that you might not have seen for a while and going to do something. And then that's for you again. Like, so you might not have known, or you probably would have, but you might not know the people that are going to this Christmas party, but then you get to like them. You get to like the event. Best of both worlds. Then you like both. You can speak to them.
Yeah, it's good fun.
What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna whiz through a few of these memories, and I'm just gonna look at your facial expression to see which ones make you laugh and which ones which ones you remember, maybe which ones you don't remember. So I'm just gonna I asked my mum and dad, can you remember some things or send me some photos about when we were younger? There's loads, and then obviously I rang grandma and granddad over the trusty WhatsApp FaceTime, which was great. It's like you're speaking to them, and it's like this. Hello.
Yeah, and grandma's got a moustache wax.
Yeah, it's on ready. Hello. Yeah, so I got them to send us loads of things and telling me things. Sometimes they were telling me things about just me or about just you. One of the moments which I didn't even realise, well, I did know, but I thought it wasn't you. And obviously this comes about right now because I've started surfing in the last year. Well, no, in fact, it was the last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was. I've started surfing in the last year, yeah. I thought it was 2 then. I was going to say, wow, I've not improved in 2 years. No, in the last year, so obviously I've been going out to the beach a lot. And recently I brought my own wetsuit, so I'm taking another step forward. And I said when I rang Grandma, I said, I remember when Grandma caught the zip in my back. And he went, no, that wasn't her. That was him. I was like, oh no. I was like, I remember that. And still, that's like one of these, like the horror, it's like the horror walk. If I put my wetsuit on now and I'm zipping it up, oh God, it scares me. Just because of that feeling. That hurts so much. Getting mine.
Mate, I'm not surprised. I've got a big old chunky of back skin in there.
I definitely cried.
Man, I'm not surprised. I remember taking it off and you having like proper deep indents in your back.
That really, I can still feel it. It still hurts, man. As far as it ain't scarred, horrible. What else? So obviously to get to a holiday destination, you usually like we spend a lot of our time driving to a holiday destination, which again I think that's an experience in its own. Like there's people out there like, I wouldn't drive that far. I would get a flight, like. But
it's part of your holiday. Once you're on like the motorway, that's your holiday.
It begins. Like we used to have this DVD in the camper van or something. Our Game Boys play together, whatever. So we this is another thing like that we were kind of lucky with that Grandad built camper vans himself, so we got the experience to use them all the time, which is very rare for people. You don't usually get that. So two memories spring to mind there. One is the trusty old sock out the window. Classic window. Classic sock. I think it was holding it out the window and it blowing, having a right old laugh because it's funny.
And then just like, this is funny.
Oh. What are you doing? Grandma, my socks fell out the window. What?
And then be like, how have your sock fell out the window? Why is your sock out the window? I took my sock off. Why did you take your sock off? I don't know, it was funny.
Funny. Oh, it was so funny. One sock. He's got one sock on now. He's dropped it. Not many people have lost a sock on the motorway. Like, it's funny. And another holiday. So the directions from Grandma were always terrible. And
terrible.
It's probably like how people now explain. Like sometimes people hate their sat nav voice telling you what to do because it's terrible. Yeah. Sometimes it sends you the wrong way. Well, imagine her, that electronic lady, having an argument with another lady, a real life human being that also doesn't know where they're going. Oh my God, you've got yourself our Grandma and the sat nav lady. It's not that way. It's this way. Sorry, it is not that way.
Going round and roundabout 3 times. Because Grandad's following the sat nav, and then Grandma's like, "I've got a map right here."
Stop! Don't leave the map. It's upside down, and it's about Spain. We're not even in Spain.
It's terrible.
The fag down the back.
Oh, classic.
Fag down the back.
She threw it out the window and somehow
flew back
the turbulence. It went like over the top of the roof into the other side and then went in.
Down around that back. Let me back. We were like, what's going on? The fag.
We could have died.
Could have, all over the place. Fag down the back. Still never learned as well. That might be one to put you off. Say no. What else we got? When we was younger, and this story came out recently as well. Obviously, in Tamworth, the assembly rooms reopened in January. Right. So I went to a pantomime, went to watch, I think it was Aladdin with the school. And my story to everyone was that I pretty much got banned from here. I was like, why? Like, it makes me sound terrible when I say it like that, until obviously, if they had just took that bit then, I'd have probably got fired but I had to explain. It wasn't me. Yeah, when I was younger, we went to watch Cinderella, probably it was. And my cousin, he did never understand the he's behind you kind of trick. Never got it. Don't even know if he still does understand it. But he would get up out of his seat and scream and scream and scream. And my mum got told at the half-time break that if that kid doesn't shut up, we're getting kicked out because the people on stage going up. He He's behind you! He's behind you! Standing up, screaming.
Yeah, because you know what? It's because the characters will be like, would turn around. They turn the wrong way. And the guy was over there.
Yeah.
It's like, just turn around, mate. He's
clever.
right there.
Clever 6-year-old boy. He knows where they are. He can see. Yeah, so getting nearly banned from there. Do you remember? So no holiday. This one. Do you remember being at yours for your birthday party? Obviously, I'm going to get my dad on here as well soon. So when most probably when
when he did.
Yeah, the magic trick.
Magic trick.
To the screaming out boy that told him he knew everything.
Oh yeah, he's like, I know how to do that. My dad's done it before.
Yeah, I know how to do that. So then my dad would get this chopper where you put your finger in and it has a knife on the end. And you put 2 carrots in the top bit and it shows you that it slices the carrots in half. And he gets the boy up and the boy like ended up refused. Did he refuse in the end and just cry?
No, because he put his hand in, and then your dad, you said, proper like showmanship.
Yeah,
like,
dramatic.
All right, guys, I've only ever cut one person's finger off. And then someone would be like, "How many people have you done?" I'd be like, 1. And the guy was like, "No, I'm not doing it. I don't want my finger cut off." And then some other guy had to put his hand in. One of my mates' dad had to put his hand in or something.
Oh, funny. Yeah, that kid was crying then. Do you know who that kid was?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. No shout-outs, though.
No shout-outs, unfortunately.
Oh, that would have been good.
I don't want to be libelous.
No, you do not. Yeah, I'm going to get my dad. My dad's hopefully going to do one of these podcasts and try and get his magic out there. Obviously, he's done... I don't know if you watched some of his recent YouTube videos. Yeah,
on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah.
He used to get himself on Instagram and just do like, quick tricks.
So he's made an Instagram. He's followed people, but he's done nothing on it. So it's one of them, like, you know, when people have been on Instagram for years and they've got no posts, so no one's going to follow.
Yeah.
He's not doing. So I was going to wait until I can get him here, but it would probably be better doing it over Zoom now because he can actually show the table and show the tricks. So maybe I'll do that. That's just come to my head. It's a good idea, Jack. Yeah, so that's another one. And then, so some of the things I remember, and I don't know I think other people do this as well. I don't think it's just me, but I remember things. Well, I think I remember things. And then I don't ever know if it's actually real or not. So I've got memories in my head.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I'm like, hold on, is that real? Like, I could probably think of something that I've done at home, and then I'll ask my mum and dad, and they'll be like, I don't remember that. And I'll be like, well, I remember it, so why don't you remember it? Like, was that real?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm sure loads of people do that. But when we was on holiday in the cottage in France, do you remember going into a big shed and there being loads of tractors and stuff like that?
Yeah, around the corner.
Yeah, that was like...
Yeah, so you'd walk in and then there would be like a little door for the front door. Yeah. And then you'd walk like past it and then around the corner there was like a barn. Mm. Yeah. Yeah,
like a barn, wasn't it? And then there was also a downstairs area, weren't they? Like, you know, a basement. Do you remember that bit? Or the brick basement?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
This is... And then I'd start to get confused, like, what? Oh, really?
What I'm talking about, like memories you don't remember. One of my favourite memories is it was either your birthday party or your brother's birthday party at your house in Treefall.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone got really excited, and then it wasn't like a fire, but it was like everyone had to run out of the house. Or no. What it was Charlie. For some reason, the door was closing and Charlie shoved his thumb into the hinge of the door. I'm not sure whether this is true or not, but he shoved his thumb into the hinge of the door. The door closed and his thumb broke.
Ooh.
And then your mum had to go to the hospital and go back and get his thumb cast up and everything. I'm not sure whether this is true or not.
I don't know.
And because me and you and your dad stayed at the house. Everyone else had to go home because the party was over because Charlie had to go to the hospital.
Cancelled.
And the day after, all I remember was Charlie eating his breakfast, eating his like Wheatos or something, and getting the cast and putting it in the milk and stirring it in the milk. I'm not sure whether that's true or not, but
That's one of them. I don't know. I have no idea.
No clue.
No, not at all. That is a weird one. Maybe we'll have to ask him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think he
him.
remembers. Literally, that was like, he must have been like one or two.
How? He did get a lot of injuries when he was younger. I remember when he fell down the stairs and he blamed me. He probably still blames me to this day that I pushed him down the stairs. I definitely did not. Yeah, weird. It wasn't me, Charlie. I know he's probably going to watch this later. Well, he's probably not going to watch it. He's going to tell me he watched it, and he's not going to have watched it. So I can question him later on. Say, hey, did you see that bit about you? He'll say, what?
Yeah.
Say, yeah, no, you didn't watch it, really. Did you lie? Yeah, haunted house we spoke about. There is just lots of things getting sent out. There's loads, and I don't want to keep going on and start reading off a list about things I can remember. Yeah. But that's what it is. Making memories with people.
Even if they're fake.
Even if they're not real, just make it up. It's funny, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely the confidence thing I like, and I think that's why, like, me and my brother have got a lot closer, and I think it's because he's becoming a lot more confident as well. And same probably of you and your sister. Like, she's probably maybe getting a little bit confident. But it depends.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because she's not into anything that I was into when I was that age. It's like, I think the age gap's just a little bit too big, maybe. Yeah. Like, we get on and stuff, but there's nothing that we can talk about together, really. Yeah. It's kind of strange.
She's a girl.
Yeah. Got cooties.
By the way, that's not... He's only joking anymore. Just in case.
Yeah, libelous.
Whoa, I'll have to edit that bit out. You know what? Again, like, so obviously we've been through them. We're not gonna go on for too much longer about this. It's not just about us. It's about other people and maybe how they've been.
Yeah. Just literally about, like, even if no one can relate to our memories, they still have memories that they cherish.
Yeah.
Even if they're like nothing to do with us.
And that's it. Like, it's best for me to get you on, obviously, because we've got all these things, but I would like it if people that I do know, maybe not so close with, but they can come on and they can talk to me about their things. And, you know, it's good to hear what other people have done for their stories, because I can listen to my friends sometimes. They tell me their stories and they're hilarious. Yeah. I wasn't never there, but you can imagine yourself being there. And I hope that when people listen to this, they might be able to imagine themselves being where we were. So what I'm going to do before we move on to one last thing is, people would have already seen that I have got pictures. I've been sent pictures of what we were like when we were younger. So you can already see that from when we were younger to now, we don't look anything alike.
Nothing alike.
But yeah, we'll go here. Obviously, we've seen me as a young child.
A young Alan Shearer prodigy.
But we'll go from the beginning that I've been sent. So we've got, get that out of the way. We've got this. And this seemed to have been a pose for me when I was younger. And so I had this pose, this pull the cheeks out as far as I can.
Yeah.
And you had this one here. Now this one, to me, that's not a very good one, because if you were doing that now, you'd probably be arrested.
What do you mean? Why?
Well, there is illegal things that go around in this country, and when you see videos of people taking these illegal things, their chin goes that far away from their mouth. That is an ultimate gun.
Ah.
But yeah,
that was cute.
What a good day.
Oh.
That was like the heat we're having now.
That was a good day. That was our granddad's old factory, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a camper van. His own camper van show, wasn't it? He made himself.
Yeah.
And we were security, head of security.
Okay.
I think that was
the
first and only ever day, still now, that I've ever been to Booker's.
Did we go to Booker's, did we?
Yeah, we did, to get some stuff. This one, if I'd have seen this guy now at this age, I would be scared.
Where is that?
It's probably somewhere in England. Well, it's most definitely somewhere in England. Look at your chin again. Told you there was something wrong with you when you was younger. My brother, that's my brother, if everyone noticed. I haven't just got my hand on a random small boy. And you did mention to me earlier, which I didn't realise, that they're the reversible England tops, which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Euros 2004.
Nice. That's good. 2004. Would it have been the Euros 2004?
Was it either Euros 2004? Or was it World Cup 2006?
Oh wait, no, it would have been Euros.
No, it would have been Euros. Yeah,
anyway,
I was 10.
There you go. That's my face. Told you, we're obsessed with them silly things. You again. Funny. There's our grandma and granddad.
Grandma and granddad, and then great grandma and granddad.
Yeah. There he is. Alan.
Grandma is there.
Little Alan.
Alan.
This one. Now your obsession.
No way.
Your obsession with Batman still.
I love Batman. Was that the fancy dress party at Grandma's house?
Yeah, it would have
slept
been,
there.
Yeah, probably.
No way.
This is when I started to become a bit boring because I look really shy there. This is when I started to hate everything.
Yeah, we always go through that phase.
Riding donkeys. People probably disagree with doing that now, but we was only young.
Blackpool. That's Blackpool.
And I would still ride the donkey.
I'd still ride it. Well, I'm not sure if the donkey would like that.
No.
Was that France? Was it?
Yeah.
No way. That was the restaurant that we went to, and Grandad ordered prawns, but he got fish.
With a head on?
That? Yeah. Fish with a head on. He really just did not like it at all.
Yeah, that was because his French wasn't so good.
And Grandma used to say that she was fluent in French, but she could never argue in French.
Yeah. Oh, God. Look how red I am.
Yeah. That was good. They were good holidays. They
were good. Oh, what's this one here?
That's Grandma's house, isn't it?
Yeah, flowery shirt. Yeah. I look an old man, a very small old man.
It's like a small version of if Gary went into like a fountain of youth. Come out like that.
I like this one. This is you in awe of me. Just.
When was that?
I have no idea.
Retirement.
Someone's retirement. Oh, that was Grandma's retirement from being a midwife.
NHS. Yeah.
Look at you.
No way.
Obsessed with me.
Can't get over you.
No, you cannot. No wonder you come back. And this, I think I've actually got. This is a funny picture. I think I am so cool. In fact, no. You
those glasses.
You think you're so cool.
I am cool.
Look at you.
That hair as well, man.
That is so
terrible.
Yeah.
That's some awful hair, that is. You've got the fade before fades were cool.
I have, yeah. I was cool before cool was invented. Apart from Carverini.
With those Y-neck Carverini shirt.
See?
Straight from JD Sports.
This one's probably... This is shit. I'm not going to show that one. Let's be in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Spinning around. Yeah, this one, we are cool, man.
We are cool.
Look how cool we are.
Those glasses. Those sunglasses you're wearing.
I've got them people behind us that think how cool we are.
They're all following us because we're cool.
Yeah, well, I wonder what you've got in that bag.
Probably sweets, to be honest.
You look like you've already ate the sweets, man. You've gone mental.
Hyper.
Ah!
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm obsessed with Carverini. It's never a good thing to be obsessed with, really. I'm so glad I don't wear that anymore. But yeah. But there's your story. So we've gone through quite a lot of things, more probably than we probably expected, and I said probably a lot. But it was good. I think I liked that. That was a good conversation, and to get it out there for more people instead of just us. Obviously, the end there's a lot of pictures of us and just talking about our things, but it's good to share. If you don't want to share, then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Run out of wine stuff. There's a half a bottle in there, so there's nothing else for me to do.
No, it was enjoyable.
I don't know how long we've managed to do it. Hopefully we fit it into a good time, but it doesn't get too boring. And
about an hour and a half.
I'm going to I should have said this at the start, but this is a podcast that you can just listen to. You did that, didn't you, on the last one? Or you said you could do that?
I just whacked it on.
Yeah.
And then just did some work.
Yeah, which is good. which I probably should need to start taking this on to turn it into an audio, which I do need to. I try and want to gather some more videos together, which I will. I'll get more videos, get more people on. That's what I want people to just say to me. I want to come on and talk about rubbish.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's all I do. I only ever talk about rubbish. And especially now, like, you can't talk to many people. Everyone just wants to talk about rubbish.
Yeah.
You've not spoke to anyone for so long. Let's talk about something.
I know, man. My brain, I tell you what, my brain is melting because I go to the shop now and my mum wants to be like, "Oh, pick up some eggs or something." I'll go to the shop and I won't even have my wallet on me. So I have to go back and then, pick up my wallet and then go and then completely forget eggs. Come back and then go back. My brain is melting in lockdown. Just, I don't know, I'm going mental.
Yeah. It's hard. Nothing's worked like. That's why it's best to do these, like, keep doing a quiz or something. Like, just to keep yourself going. We've done a quiz. I think, in fact, actually, if you want to get, I think we're doing a quiz tomorrow. I'll speak about it later. But yeah, doing quizzes, getting out. At least you keep walking back and forth to the shop.
Yeah, something to do. You get out of the house for an hour. Go to Peggy stops. I've been because obviously now as well. You like I watch the baseball. I watch like regular season baseball.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because that's obviously not happening at the moment.
Yeah.
I've been watching like reruns of like baseball matches on like YouTube and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was doing that with football. I was just watching old games that were on. Have you been watching the FIFA league thing? So like,
Is that like esports?
Yeah, ePremier. Yeah.
No, I haven't been watching that. I've been watching virtual Formula 1 races.
Have you?
Yeah, because it's pretty good. Because obviously you have a few of the actual racers playing the racing. So you have like Verstappen and like Leclerc and people like that.
Yeah.
But you also, like, last week Courtois was on there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like Liam Payne.
Other sports or other famous people kind of thing.
Yeah, Liam Payne was on there. Chris Hoy has been on there a couple of times. It's mad.
And how long's
pretty good.
How long's the race last?
It's like no, it's like half. So it's like if a race was like 70 laps, it was like 35 laps.
Oh, nice. That's pretty
cool.
Nice.
It's not bad. But it's really weird because obviously they're all on different servers and like racing, and so the cars are like just like that, like proper lagging out a little bit. It's pretty good. It's the best they can do.
That's it. It's like back to that start that we spoke about. Like, it's just doing different things that you've probably never ever done before. Like, when would you ever get to watch virtual Formula 1? Never.
Yeah, exactly.
But now is your chance. If you wanted to do something, you got to do it. Hence why I'm doing this. It took me so long to want to do this, and this kind of isolation can bring out, some positive things, and it can make you start doing new things that you've probably never done. There's also a van outside, and I hope that it's not coming tomorrow. So
You can do a live unboxing.
Yeah, could do. What is it? Wait. Oh, nothing good.
It's a bell. Oh.
So, just to finish off then, I have been doing some polls recently on Instagram. I think I've done them on Facebook as well, just to find certain other things from people. So we done the Premier League one last week, which was really good, and it went down quite well. Better than I think all of the videos have gone down better than I expected. So I'm happy with that. But we want to move on to. You gave me this idea of moving on to different things each week. Instead of I don't want to do football all the time. It's boring. Like, not everyone likes football, and shame on you if you don't. So I went for 5 best movies. I think best TV series. I put best song from each decade, but I actually meant best song from each decade from when you were born. So if you were like 60 and from the 1960s or whatever, but like one from each decade. If you're like 10, then it's just in the last 10 years. I think that I didn't explain that one very well. Otherwise, if it was best decade ever, then people would be going from
Yeah.
It'll be like, well, I don't even know. Something from 120 years ago. And the other one was, it was sporting teams, I think it was. The one I think I got most stuff from was, I'm going to start with TV series, not movies, because that can go into a bit more depth. So just quickly, just a quick explanation, if you can think of right now on the spot. I'm going to try and move this on to next week or next time. If you was to pick a best TV series that you've ever watched, what would you pick?
Best TV series. Do you know what? I reckon between best TV series. That is a tough one. I reckon Mad Men with John Hamm about the advertising agency in the 1960s.
Okay.
So basically, this bloke who a bit of a womanizer. He's married, but he also like leads a double life.
Yeah.
Like he's got like this tortured past, like in setting like the Korean War, and then he's like moved back to the US after the war, and he set up shop being like an advertising executive. Mm-hmm. So it's like goes through like obviously it's not all everyone's taste, but it's like super stylish, super slick TV series. Like, and then he's coming up with all these like advertising slogans and posters for like people like Lucky Strike cigarettes and like Coca-Cola, Goodyear tires, and like it's pretty like it's like one of the things that got me into like graphic design. Mm-hmm. Is the idea of like making these like super sharp, super snappy visuals. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I bought that. I bought that from HMV, a DVD pack about that big of season 1 to 7. Okay. Got through it in like literally like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, nice!
Absolutely smashed it.
Very good.
Or the other one would be It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I knew you would say that. If I could pick one for you, I'd have picked that.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like 15 series now, 15 seasons.
Is there really?
Something mental. And it's just about, like, just a quick one. It's mental. It's about these 5 guys, 4 guys, 3 like best mates, a woman, and one of their dads, and it's about them running an absolute dive at a really awful bar in South Philadelphia, which is known like for like being just this dark, like rough place, and it's just about them. Just so the guy who wrote it, a guy called Rob McElhenney. He's basically, he was like a really good fan of Friends, and so he thought, like, what if you made a program that was the opposite of Friends? So instead of these people drawn together because they really like each other, what if you get these 4 people drawn together just because everyone hates them? That's the only reason they're drawn together. And so they do these awful things, and they put each other in jeopardy just to please themselves. It's so funny. Like, one of them is so the guy who owns the bar, he wants to retire, and so they're all trying to figure out who's going to take over them. And so one of them thinks that he's the son, so he tries to take a blood test of the guy, ends up like cutting him open, like blood goes everywhere. And like he just gets this bucket and gives it to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "How have you got this much blood from this guy? He's dead. He's gonna die." And like, "Nah, I'd be all right." It's so yeah. So honestly, if you've not watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you've got to watch it, man.
There you go. Then that's the one. Them 2 good choices. I'm not even gonna say my choices because I haven't even thought about it. I like Game of Thrones. There you go. But it was ruined.
Game of Thrones.
It was ruined, so yeah. But I ain't heard it. It's not for me to tell, it's for you to tell, it's for the people to tell me. But yeah. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, as always.
it's good. Hopefully, I know we've got another one in the line to do, haven't we, as well? Our uni.
Yeah.
Let's probably work on that one. That'll be with another one of our mates as well. 3 different experiences in uni. That'll be good. Thanks for doing it.
All right. Cheers, man.
You know what? In fact, like I was told last time that you need to, when you finish, you need to try and tell people, just finish off with my actually my page, my YouTube page, my Instagram, which I didn't do last time, didn't finish with it. But this is my idea. You can do it for me.
All right. So are you going to edit this in, or am I going to do it now?
You're going to do it right now.
All right. So please like and subscribe. PodJack95, YouTube, PodJack95, Instagram. You got Twitter? PodJack95 Twitter, PodJack95 Facebook.
It'll all be in a link at the bottom of my YouTube video. So do that.
Yeah, do it.
Hit the thumbs up, man. I like it.
Like and subscribe.
Maybe I'll just take that little bit that you've just done there and put it in every single video.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Wicked, man. Thanks for all that.
Sound.
We'll see you soon. Hopefully not too soon. Hopefully not too long away then.
All right. Let's be rude about it.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Cool.
All right. Sweet as.
Be good. Thank you very much. Yeah.